Consistency is how the average person can become a dangerous man. Let me explain. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Film by Ken. We back with another video, man. On that daily upload grind, bro. I say this damn near every single video, but yeah, I'm still going, bro. I'm honestly proud of myself for even going this long. But let's just get straight into the video, bro. I have a couple points written down on my phone that I'm gonna talk about today, so I'm about to just get straight into it, man. Talent is random. Consistency is a choice. Talent is something that you are born with. Talent is something that everybody that was put on this earth has. You know what I mean? That's something that you can't control, whether you're naturally talented in something or not. But what you can control is your consistency. There's probably been 100, 200, 300 LeBrons, 100, 200, 300 Michael Jordans, talent-wise. But because they didn't put in the consistency like Michael Jordan, like LeBron, they never were Michael Jordan and LeBron. That's what changes an average person to be great, y'all. It is consistency, bro. Like, that is something that you can control. That is something that you can work on. That is something that you can train. And it also is the single-handed thing that will separate you from 99% of people. That is exactly why I'm going on this 90-day run. That is exactly why I'm uploading every single day, even when I don't want to, because I want to be one of the greatest to ever do it. The only thing I can't control how naturally talented I am on camera, which I honestly feel like I'm gifted in this to control. I honestly feel like I'm gifted on the camera. I honestly feel like I'm naturally good at talking. I'm naturally good at motivating. I'm naturally good at influencing. You may not be, bro. And there's probably YouTubers that aren't. But because they were consistent for so long, they're in bigger places than me. Because they were consistent for so long, they made a fortune off of it. You know what I mean? And you can use this for anything that you want to do in life. Rappers, barbers cut every day, all day. That's what makes a great barber. Rappers, they in the studio for 7-8 hours out of the day, every single day. That's what makes a great rapper. So in order to really master your craft and whatever you want to do, you have to put your all into it, bro. That's just what it is. What you put in is what you're going to get out at the end of the day. And that goes for anything in life. If you want to be rich, but you just laying in bed all day, the chances of that happening are slim to none, bro. If you want to be rich, but you putting in work every single day, your chances significantly increase, bro. That's just what it is at the end of the day. Talent gets you noticed. Consistency keeps you relevant. You may be so talented that you do something with what you want to do. You may be a naturally talented rapper. I know y'all have seen, and I'm just using rap because it's something that I listen to. I know y'all have seen, there's plenty of rappers that were talented enough to like get a hit song, that was talented enough to make it in some sort of way, to have some sort of traction. But a lot of these rappers, or musicians, we can just say musicians, a lot of musicians, their traction never stays because they weren't consistent. They weren't continuously working on their craft. They thought, oh, I made it. I don't have to work no more. I'm good where I'm at. And then they lost it, bro. That's one of the biggest things. That's what I think God is teaching me right now, is to stay consistent. He's building my consistent muscles so much that there's no way that once I do get on, I can't lose it. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people struggle with. There's basketball players that have been in the same position, football players. I know a lot of guys in high school that were just naturally talented, bro. They had everything they needed to succeed. But because their mind was elsewhere, they didn't go D1. And if they did go D1, their chances of making an NFL aren't the highest, bro. They're not being as talked about when I know they're insanely talented. There's a guy that went to my high school. His name's Cade Phillips. He plays at Texas right now. Cade Phillips was serious about his craft. That's all he knew was football, bro. Day in, day out. That's all he talked about. That's all you know what I mean? Me and Cade weren't like locked in. I'm not about to act like we were locked in, but you could just tell, like, looking at somebody, like, how serious they are about what they want to do in life. He wanted to be a football player. Now he's signing at Texas right now. He's starting cornerback as a freshman, bro. So you can control consistency, but you cannot control talent, bro. Consistency will take you way farther than someone that's just naturally talented, who doesn't have that much consistency, who's so cocky in their head that they feel like they don't need to keep working because they feel like they already got it. Consistency compounds, bro. This is a good one, bro. If y'all go look at some of my first videos in college, I didn't have this weight. You know what I mean? I didn't have this weight. I didn't look as good as I do now. This is the best I've ever looked. I was skinny. I was frail. Now those first 10, 15 I'd say the first 5 to 10 workouts, you probably couldn't see a difference. But now you can see a difference in my body. Now you can see a difference in me overall. You get what I'm saying? Consistency compounds, bro. You're not gonna, 1 week of being consistent, you're not gonna see crazy results. 1 month of being consistent, you may not see crazy results. The more you go, slowly but surely, it's gonna compound. It's gonna start showing. You know what I mean? It's gonna start working for the greater of your own good, bro. Let's talk about Kobe Bryant, bro. He's not the most athletic person. You know what I mean? He is athletic, don't get me wrong, but he's not the most athletic. But if you go study Kobe Bryant's mindset, if you go study Kobe Bryant, He was the first one in the gym and the last one to leave, bro. His consistency was unmatched by anybody. And there's way more athletic people that play basketball, but he was so great because he was so obsessed with consistency, bro. It wasn't a day that he wasn't giving it his all, you know what I mean? And that's how you have to be if you want to be great. If you want to be put on a pedestal like Kobe. I know that's not what it's about, but I'm just showing you what it took to get there, you know what I'm saying? Stephen Curry, bro, you think that shot just like, now part of it is natural talent. He was probably naturally good at shooting threes, but in order for that shot to stick, every single game he puts up 3 after 3 after 3, bro. He probably took 10,000 threes, probably 100,000, probably 1,000,000 3-point shots in the gym when nobody seen, before he could ever shine, before people were like, oh, he's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, which he is. But he also probably shot the most 3-points of all time. You know what I mean? To get to that position. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. But yeah, man, I'm currently tying all of this into my daily life. I'm currently tying all of this into anything that I make a video on or present to y'all, bro. It's something that I use in life. I would never present something that I don't use, that I'm just making a video to make the video. So I already gave y'all an example of me using it. The gym, I already gave y'all an example. Y'all see an example right now, me uploading daily. That's building that consistency muscle. That's what's gonna separate me. That's what can separate y'all, bro. It's not hard to be great in life, y'all. You just have to be consistent, bro. Your consistency, no matter how talented you are, will take you somewhere. But it takes time, bro. You have to stay down for it, bro. It's not gonna happen overnight. But yeah, man, like, I've put on 30 pounds using consistency. I look better using consistency. One day I'll be able to say that this YouTube stuff took off because of my consistency. I'm uploading every day, y'all. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, consistency is how the average person can really become dangerous, y'all. You could be anybody in this world and do anything you want to do, bro. All you have to do is put in the work, bro. That's it. I hope y'all boys learned something from this video. If y'all did, bro, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment. Please interact, because it pushes us out to people that need to hear this, y'all. Filmed by Kim, and I'm out.